Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's Professor Oak. We're back with a dueling video. I've been posting a little bit less lately. Apologize to both of the people that have been looking forward to my content and missing out on it. Uh, Life's been a little hectic. Me and my girlfriend, our cat, had kittens. I don't know if anybody has heard me say that in a previous video, but yeah, the cat had kittens. We started out with 4. We're down to only 2 now. One of them isn't really looking so hot, but we're doing everything we can. We're being diligent little pet parents. We're bottle feeding. We've taken it to the vet. Just been a little bit crazy. My schedule's been a little thrown off here lately, but we're getting back into the groove of things. Make sure to drop me a like and subscribe unless you hate kittens and want the worst for my kittens right now. Do that right now. Every like gives that cat 1% more chance to live. Every person that watches this video and doesn't like the video, you're basically just killing kittens, man. Why would you do that? Why would you kill a cat? Yeah, so anyways, now that my cat has the strength of all of you guys' likes, we can get on with the video. So the first thing I really want to talk about today is this reverse jump tech. A few weeks ago I posted a video talking about seeing people practicing. Yo, sometimes I just can't talk, and you guys gotta deal with that. But reverse jumps. A few weeks ago I posted a video seeing that people were trying it out in the wild. I saw people just practicing it in a duel that I came into. Somebody summoned me to them practicing reverse jumps. I've got a clip right here. You're about to see what I'm talking about. This is a reverse jump. Do you see how I was facing the opposite way as him when I jumped towards him? So how you're going to perform this tech, I just learned the consistent method. When you're locked on, you're going to walk away from your opponent, or rather strafe to either side. Either way is going to work. When you're walking away from your opponent, you're going to click the analog stick, or if you have your controls mapped, you're going to unlock and jump at the same time. You're going to press both of those inputs at the same time while walking away. Your character's going to turn around and jump the direction like that you were facing, but with your back facing that direction. Now you may be asking, why is that useful? Well, in the same way that a reverse backstep is, essentially you're going to be vulnerable. It's easy to hit someone out of one of these, but the option to move quickly in the direction opposite of what you're going is really self-explanatory. That's a great option to have. You are able to mix up your timings, your basically your spacing at any given moment. As long as you have this tech in your pocket, you've got more movement options than someone who doesn't. And having more movement options, it's always great. Back to what I was saying with the strafing thing. It works while strafing also, but you're gonna jump the opposite direction of which way you're strafing. It's very similar to a ravioli step. But yeah, that's some tech I've been practicing lately. Thought I'd share with you guys. In this video I use it several times. Sometimes it works out, sometimes I get smacked in my back, but I'm sure anybody using ravioli steps pretty used to that. Yeah, it's just another tool to have in your pocket. More tools the better, you know. It gets the job done with a little bit of extra pizzazz, some ganache, a little bit of that magic sauce, if you will. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, on another topic, the no pizzazz topic. So something I've been concerned about lately, and I've talked a whole lot about in different videos, is competitive gaming, right? We've all heard Professor Oak go on his diatribes about competitive gaming. Well, this game has some competitive gaming to it. Did you guys know? There are some lovely people, Amir is his name, over on Discord. They've got a league set up, some rules put in place, some restrictions on weapons and different setups, and they have a ranking system. They also do tournaments every now and then. I'm not exactly sure of the frequency. Still learning about this Discord deal. But yeah, I'm very interested checking it out. I've respec'd the build that you see on screen right now to fit their qualifications. Straight swords are probably the weapons I've used most. Power stance straight swords in their ladder rules have a restriction against the poise, so I'm at 65 poise. That's the max that you can have with those two weapons. Went with the cold build-up. I know that status is very strong in Elden Ring, so I went with one of them. Didn't want to go with bleed, really. Cold seemed to do really well. Mixing it up with these volcano pots, you'll see the volcano pots, they deal lingering fire damage, so once I get the frostbite perk, or proc, if they run through one of my volcano pots, they get that fire damage tick, and they can be frosted again. It's amazing. That's great. You'll see several clips during this video of exactly that working perfectly. Essentially, two L1s taking roughly half of their health bar, a Volcano Pot resetting the Frost, and then the next two L1s just killing them. Very fun. Very good build, I think. Now, at the end of this video, we're going to go through. I actually played my first set of these League duels. Over the past few days, with the hectic nature of, taking care of these kittens, I haven't had the most time to play, but I've had about enough time to get this build together and to play my first, I think I played 5 sets of the ladder duels. I won 1 out of the 5, and that's not good. That's not good. For me, that was very disappointing. I feel like I played well. I just am not used to the format. Several people have been doing it since the beginning of the game, basically. And they're great players. Amazing players. And they're using setups that are very strong. And I came in with straight swords, which are also very strong. I don't want to make excuses for myself, but they are some of the weaker of the strongest tools, if that makes sense. And to make these work, I'm gonna have to be playing my best. I'm gonna have to be at the top of my game. Right now, I'm still, maybe inching my way past the middle of my game. So we're practicing. That's the big word here. We are practicing. We're doing our best to get better at this game. We're learning tech like the reverse jump. We're getting better at our ravioli steps. We're getting better at our spacing first and foremost. That is the big thing, spacing, especially with these street swords. We're getting better at our hard swapping weapons and talismans. We're just practice. Talking about practice. You guys practice? Professor Oak practices. They say practice makes perfect, and I do want to be perfect, but that worries me too, because they also say the last guy that was perfect, it didn't go well for him, so it's a confusing situation. But either way, one of the ways that I know to improve, especially in video games or any sort of thing that you can record and watch back, is to do exactly that. Record it, watch it back, break it down, see what you did wrong. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to show you my first League set that I did lose, but we're going to learn a lot from my losses. That's a big part of practicing and understanding this game, is learning from your losses. So with that said, this guy's dead. Let's move into some tournament matches. So you can see that we're in Stormvale Castle. It's a better arena for fighting than Main Academy Gate, a little less mage friendly, a little less room to run away. I'm using the straight swords like we talked about. The opponent here is going to be using the Grafted Blade Greatsword. It's one of the only Ultra Greatswords or Colossal Swords still allowed in the ladder duels. A lot of them have been banned. You can see that I'm trying to play around the pokes and get damage in. The first couple times we traded, those trades were not working out for me at all. So I kind of tried to reassess. Went for some jumping attacks. I do know that you can jump over the poke if you time it right. Very risky play though. I've been poked out of the air just as often as I've jumped over it for the counter. The Horrorfrost Stomp I was using there is to keep the frost meter building. As you can see, a lot of people are going to be running away to use the boluses to clear any status, which is the exact right play to make, but I needed a way to counter that. As you can see there also, I feel like that might have been a little bit of latency. I didn't think that I was hit by that sword, but we also know how hitboxes work in these games, so I'm taking that as my mistake and trying to tighten up my rolls. Round 2 here. We're going to get right into it. I'm pretty sure this one went worse than the first one. I tried to pop an Exalted Flash, hoping that if we did trade, I could make them a little closer to being in my favor, if not at least even. Trying to make sure I'm not panic rolling, but only reaction rolling. And that's what I mean. I jumped over, but because I jumped over early, the hitbox happened as I was landing, so he actually got the hit, even though I was trying to counter it the way that I know to counter it. Yeah, I got the spacing better just then. I was able to hit him before he started up his hit. And now I'm not sure if Endure was the Ash of War that he was using or what, but it seemed like he poised right through my straight swords. 49 is supposed to be your max poise when you're holding a colossal weapon. These are supposed to do 63 poise damage with an L1, so I should have staggered him, but it didn't. I'm not sure exactly why. But moving into this duel, we can see that my opponent has swapped to a heavy thrusting sword. It's something I have less experience fighting against than the Colossal Sword, but I'm trying to manage, trying to make the best of it, mostly focusing on not panic rolling, and sometimes I wait too late to roll, trying to anticipate that maybe he isn't going to attack, and I get hit there anyways, so still tightening up the fine-tuning of my reaction rolling. But yeah, I did the best that I could, still lost, But we learned a lot. We're going to practice it all up. We're going to do better. I'm going to post a video of exclusively League Duels soon, and we'll do the same thing with those. But until next time, guys, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. I love you. Smell you later.